Hey guys, welcome to DevOps School. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about Docker. It helps us to create, deploy and run applications by using containers. After going through this tutorial, I promise you that the concept and understanding of the Docker will be absolutely clear to you.
But before that, let me ask you a few things. Are you dreaming of a career with higher pay and more responsibilities? Or are you ready to take your skills to the next level this year? Then start investing in DevOps School certification level courses which will help you to emerge skills for a wide range of entry-level roles and as well as higher potential future positions. But with thousands of courses online and in classroom worldwide, finding the right one for your career goals can be difficult. You can consider our courses like Agile Developer, Agile QA, DevOps Certified Professionals, Site Reliability Engineering, DevSecOps, and Masters in DevOps Engineering, where you will have access to well-structured, easy-to-follow course content that has been developed and will be delivered by industry professionals. You can join on our training programs globally through online platforms, and if you are looking for classroom workshops, then we have regular sessions available in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi NCR, Mumbai and in Pune. Simply compare our many courses, find the one that suits your style and schedule best and start today.
So now Docker world. Now what is the question? What is the problem with the containers? Let's understand that. Let's understand storage problem, data persistency issues, data persistency issues with container. Let's understand this. Now here let's understand this. So this is a container and this container I will go inside this container. So Docker attach, and I'm inside the container. I go to the OPT, okay, and you see here I go to the OPT inside OPT. I'll create one very important file which is very important for me. You see here touch, or let's say vi important.txt. vi is not there, so I'll use the cat important.txt. Now I'll write some content which is very important. Okay, Control D. You'll see that this is there. It's very important file. Got created by application or somehow, and I need to have this persistency. That means the data should be there forever, even though beyond the container life cycle. That means if the container is also gone, this data I should not lose, because if you lose the data, then see, you can create as many containers from that image, but you can't have the data which you have lost it. You can't recreate the data again and again. So that is what's the problem. So Control PQ, I got out of this problem, got out of this container. Now what is happening? This container, remember this container, Docker PS and Docker PS. This container I am working and checking where this file is there. So let's go to the cd bar lib docker, okay, and I'll try to find out that file. So name important.txt. See, I created inside a container, but where is line? See that overlay to container layer div opt, two places is there. Now you must be wondering why there is a two places. That I will discuss later in the image section. Okay, that you will understand that. But for time being, the data is there, the file is there. What about if I stop the container? Look at my screen. So here, what I'm doing right now, open up a new console which I have already, I guess. Here it is. Okay, so here find and watch. See here. Now this file is there. Now here the screen, Docker PS, Docker Yes, this container. Okay. Now I will stop the container and you look at the output. Okay. Look at the output. I'm stopping the container. See, if I stop the container, data is there, but actually it's one place, not two places. That's okay. I'm okay with that because the data is there. That's important. But what will happen when you stop and but you remove that container? Problem starts from here. See? So what is the conclusion here? Conclusion is containers are ephemeral. Containers are temporary. Data is not stored beyond the container life cycle. In short way, if containers are gone, the data is gone, and your data is gone, everything is gone, you know that very well. So guys, did you understand the problem now? Did you understand the problem? All of you? Yes. Yes. Yeah. So now the question is how do we solve it? Because problems we have understood, but the solutions also we should discuss, right? So now let's discuss about the solution. So here the solution is Docker volume. Yeah. Using the Docker volume, you can keep the data persistent and beyond the life cycle of the container. That means container is gone. I don't care about that. I should be having data. Okay, I should be having data. So now Docker volume is a solution. Docker volume by native has a three types of it. One is like a volume type. I'm just talking about the type of it. Type. One is a volume itself, and second one is mount file system, and third one is temp file system. Now these are the three ones. Okay. Now for that I have written one article, so probably you might find good for the reference, and you can read it, understand it also for the offline records. So Docker volume, and here this is the one. Okay. So this is pretty old article, but still you will find the relevant here in one. So here it is. Now if you look at this here, I have detailed discussed here all these things. Volume, bind mount, temp fs. There's the three types which is here. Mount fs, temp fs. Now these are the commands which I'm going to run it and you'll understand this. Okay. So there's an image which I don't see here, which is missing. So we'll work on it. So this is the stuff what we have. Okay. So guys, this is the thing what we have. Now the question is how can we work with it? What is the volume? What is the mount fs? What is the temp fs? So for that, let's understand this way. When you create a volume, which is a type of volume type, the volume getting stored in the var lib docker volume. Yes, this is the case. This is the location. Okay. Now when you say use mount fs, actually from anywhere in the host machine, anywhere. It's not only it will go to the var, anywhere. It can be your, let's say if NFS is linked to your host machine, you can use it that also. And MFS basically you can use a memory, in memory. So in memory means the data will be available in the memory, you can access it, and then if the system is rebooted or memory is erased, you will put it. In memory, we typically use for the fast accessing the data, but more or less volume and mount fs we use. I'll show the demo of this. Okay. So now this is the things. Now the question is, how can we work with it? So here, what I am trying is, I'm trying to create a volume. So how can we work with it? So let me do that. So actually I don't know the commands. So if I don't know, I'll just type self volume, and suddenly I'll get to know all these commands which is supported. So see here, I can create volumes, I can inspect the volumes. Yes. Inspect command you can use to get the information about containers, image, volumes, and network. In short, inspect command you can use with all the objects managed by Docker. So understand. So you can create a volume, you can list the volume, you can prune the volumes. Prune means unused volume, you can remove it, and remove the volumes also. So these are the commands, very simple commands are there. So now I am showing you the first demo of this one, type 1. So can I do that? So first of all, I will do that Docker volume ls. And these many volumes are there actually. And these IDs, if you see that is a 40 character SHA IDs. So I'm wondering, this is my first machine, how come where I have got this many volumes. So guys, if you remember, these volumes I have not created manually. This is generated by Docker itself. But the question is why? Why this volume got generated? So I have a curiosity what these volumes are doing. So I have a curiosity. So I want to go to that area. So where I am right now, I'll go to the volume directory. This is the one. Whatever I listed is this is the one. Look at it. This is the one. So I have a curiosity. I want to go inside one of it. Okay, so if I go inside and I see one data directory, okay, fine. I will go inside this and I see so many files are there. There's so many files are there, but any idea which files these are? Any idea? Yeah. These are Jenkins related files. Yeah. So what was happening? If you recall that story, when we were running the container of Jenkins, an event command if you remember, there was one volume was getting created. If you remember, recall that event command, volume. So how it was getting created? Because in the image itself, those instructions are there to create a volume and store the data runtime, application runtime data to the volumes itself. So you see here, those volumes are there. See, I have so many volumes, and if you see how many Jenkins container I am having, only 1, 2, and 3, but so many volumes. That means these are the previous volumes which I have been getting it. So those containers have gone, but the volumes has not gone. This is done automatically. I'll teach you. But the question is, how can I do manually? Now I want to do manually. So how can I do that? So let's do that. So Docker volume create. What volume? So one for dev, one for QA. 2 volumes I created. You see here, just that. So I give the name to this file. The system will create this. So dev and QA. So here, if I do ls, dev and QA is there. You see here, one is dev, one is QA. Now the question is, okay, I created, I listed, but how do we use it for the data persistency? How do we use it? So let's understand this. So I am creating one container, guys, Docker run -itd ubuntu. I hope you know that this command very well. So if you want to use it, you have to use -v option. Guys, run has spend some time. Run and start has so many options. Spend time sometime over there. So what volume you want to mount? So dev. But inside the container where you want to mount? opt Raju. Something like that. Okay, this is telling me. Okay. So here I want to mount. See, now can I see that? So exec, first docker ps, what I'm doing, docker exec, this container which I created just now, df-kh, Raju mount, remember, see here Raju. Okay, so now anything which will store in the opt Raju, it will get stored in the dev. Can I prove it? Let's go. So here I am going exec touch some file opt Raju, some file I am touching it, some dgd, some file. Can I go inside that dev cd dev data, anything which I write here, touch, and I can see over there also. Now the beauty will start here. The container, I am deleting it. You see that here. Container, I am deleting it. Docker stop and container ID and Docker remove. I deleted this container. Earlier also I did it in part of it. See, data is not gone. Data is still persisted. So using the volume, you can see the data is persisted. That data is not gone, even the container is gone. So guys, did you understand this volumes and how can you have the data persistence? How can you use this volumes? You understand? Everyone? Everyone, did you understand this?
So Rajesh, so when you use a -v, right? The whole image will go and sit in the volumes.
No. When you use the volume -v option, the volume directory which you created will get mounted inside a container. Right? So any files you copy inside the container at this place, you can see in the, because it's a mount. The mount, you understand the concept of mount, right? Everything is in the storage, everything is mount. Your C drive is mount, D drive is mount. Anything which you attach the USB or something like that, it is a mount. Sometimes automatically mount happens, flash drive and all. Sometimes you manually mount. Got it?
Okay, yeah. Yes.
Okay, so now you saw that volume is like, now can I use this volume to some other containers? Yes, why not? You can use any number of containers with this volume. So see here, docker run -itd ubuntu. See here what I'm doing. Ubuntu, same container I'm using, same volume I'm using, dev, and this time I want to mount it one. Okay, can I mount two volumes? Yes, you can mount two volumes. -v and QA and opt second. Here, dev q and done. Can you see here docker ps, this container, docker exec, this container, ls-opt. See here, one and second. Okay, so you can store anything over there and you get that. Can I reuse that volume with the other container? Yes, you can do that. So two containers I created with the same volume. Here you see, exec, second container, ls, opt. See here. So guys, did you understand this volume, how it works? And
Yeah, because we have exactly the results in the real time.
Mohanathan, I'm so sorry, your voice is so disturbing. It will hardly make out it. I think you had some real-time environment or something like that.
I think he's asking what is the real-time usage of this and how can we use this?
Real-time usage is simple, right? You want the data should not be lost. Simple. When I say real-time, you don't want the data to be lost. That's all. So that's the real-time. See, when you want the data should be stored somewhere, even the container is gone, and you want to reuse the data for some other container, you want the volume. If you don't want the data, no volume. Simple. Now you have to decide, for example, I'll tell you. You are running some class file. You have one container, Java, and you are running class file. So do you need any data or something? No, you just need a report, like whether it run or not run, or test cases you run or not run, and what is the report. You don't care about the data, but something like a Jenkins only, you think about it, or MySQL. MySQL is a database, right? So you need those data, or Jenkins. You configure it, some jobs over there. That data you want the persistency. That means if the container is gone, no problem. I'll get the new container, but the same data should be there. Same application you can get it, but the same data should be there also. So how can you have the data still accessible, still persistent, even the container is gone? And you can reuse the data with the other runtime environment to recreate the same process. That's huge persistence. Are you getting it? Yeah. Now there is one disadvantage with this volume. And the disadvantage is it's always stored in the volume location. So can we mount it anywhere in the system? Yes, that is also possible. So let me do that for you. So here, let me have those commands. First, okay. So now let me show you the second type of volume. So second type of volume says I want to store in the my host machine OPT. Host machine I'm talking about, not inside a wireless software calling. So how can I do that? Simple. Docker run -itt host machine OPT. Instead of volume name, we are going to give the full path. Okay, root file system path. Okay, so you can give the path also. This is a system path. Okay, node path, host path. Do not think this is inside a container. OPT Kaka. This is the location OPT Kaka. I want to mount it with inside a container OPT Kaku, something like this. Host machine is a Kaka inside a container Kaku, and which image? One. There is some spelling mistake. Okay, I can read in this image. Now, see here, this container, Docker, exit, container, ls, opt, Kaku, you got it? And now, go to the physical machine, the host machine, location, just, cd, opt, Kaka. So now, anything you store here, although you will not do that, just I'm showing you. Typically, application will write there and then you see here. But here also you can write something. See here. Now there you will see that Docker, ps, Docker, fcheck, this one, ls, opt, kaku. Typically, application container will write, you will not write. Yes, this is the second type what you have. So guys, did you understand this?
Rajesh, like how we can detach the container, volume which is there in the running container.
How can we?
If we need to detach a volume and attach a different volume in a running container, can we do that?
This is a good question. No. The straightforward answer is no. And one more answer is yes. Can you attach a volume during runtime? So you need to modify the metadata of the container. And for that you need to understand each and every meta information for the container and system. So you can do that runtime. In short answer is no. One engineer has tried that one, and he has written a very nice blog actually in 2015 only. So I would like to tell you here, Docker attach a volume to running containers. So this guy has tried. Probably you want to access this. So see, he has done so much of work modifying the meta information, and he has done it. See, now the question is, there are some certain limitation also. So the question is, do we really need? No, because we always automate all this stuff using Kubernetes. We don't touch those stuff. Make sense?
Okay.
Okay, so guys, this is the volume and stuff like that. Okay, so I'll give you 20 minutes to practice it. Okay, I missed that one command. Okay, just a second, let me remove it. So Docker volume, volume and -h. Docker volume -h. I want to prune that. Prune means delete everything which is not being used. So see here, all this will be deleted. So volume prune. It says here. And guys, all the volumes which was not being used, it got deleted, you see. And you can also remove one by one also using rm command. So that is also. So try this command. I'll give you 20 minutes for this. Read the article also and see. Shall see. And after that, I'll teach you Docker Image topic, which is very important for all of you.
If you liked our Docker session so far, please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.